So here now we're letting the Laravel knows that our form is coming. So here now we're going to put a div class container. For example, we're going to get some sort of style, and here we put a div. And if you guys close your div, and here we're going to put a class, we put a container, and that's your first div. Then second div is going to be class div. Then we put another div here. Then we put a class, and our class row, and then we can put a class call. So we put a class, so we put a div, class, and you guys can put a call, and you can put your form here inside here. So now we're going to go a little bit up, and we copy our form the Laravel way, and we can put it here. So now our Laravel form is here. So if you look in here, we refresh, and if you go back, you're going to see here that our form is coming. So you have container, class, row, just like a normal HTML. So I'm going to show you guys how we're going to say we're going to design it with the Bootstrap, because in the future we're going to need this form. So we have put it here. We put a class form, and here underneath here, because that's your form runs from top to bottom. If you look in here, where is it? If you look in here, class container, if you look in here, input form action, and method post, if you look in here, Laravel has put all the security in place. That's what I was talking about before. Now if you're looking at the bottom one, that's our form 2. Our form, that's Laravel's way of doing, say for example, now your method is post, your actions this, users store, because we're going to go into user stores, accept character set UTF-8, input token hidden, and you can put all your input here. Well, here if you look in here, there's some sort of safeguard, but we have to put our service and method export. So this is the normal way of PHP. This is the normal way of PHP, but this is only one line. But if you look in here, behind the scenes, a lot going on under the hood. So Laravel's organizing everything for us. So input name, username, and type text as a username is a form. But here you have also form, but that's a normal way of PHP, how we deal with the form and things like that. But this is a Laravel way of PHP. Look at here. Now there is a lot of good things going on here. Laravel can even put our character set for us, char set. So Laravel's putting token and hitting without even we put any token here. We didn't put any token, we didn't do anything, we just put some sort of style here. But here we have to put CSRF token, and we have to put everything, all the buttons and everything. Here we just put a form, and Laravel take care of the rest. So how cool is this? So now we're going to put some sort of style here, and we're going to put a div class group. So for example, now you guys can customize your form, because this is a very strong form, like security wise. So we're going to put a div. So you always make sure, if you're say for example in Blade, sometimes the Sublime text not going to work here, not going to give you guys not going to help, but you guys going to do it manually. But when you do manually, make sure that you guys always put your div. When you put a div, make sure you put a closing div. Otherwise, if you guys gonna later on, you guys gonna forget. So we put a div, and we put a class, and we put a form group. So we copy this one, and we're gonna bring it here in inside the div. So we can put it in the div. Now our job is getting a little bit easier. You can put the label too. So for example, if you guys need a label, you can copy this one. For example, instead of saying username, we can put a label here. So I'm gonna put it here. So form, instead of text, we can put a label. We can put a label, and our label is going to be, for example, name. We can put a username. Sorry, our label is going to be username. So here we're going to put a username, and here we can take the username off. And do you want the username to be, for example, we put it null. You don't want anyone to leave the username. You can pass your array here. You can put your array, and after this username we can put your array. So we put a class, and our class gonna be control label. We put a control label, just like a normal HTML form. You can put your class here if you want. You can make it like that to organize. You can organize itself. So that's your first puff, your form. Your form runs from here, just exactly like with the normal Bootstrap we do. We put a form group, we put our index here, we put our input. So now this guy is here. Username is exactly like that, but this username doesn't have any Bootstrap. Now we're gonna put it in Laravel ways. We're integrating our Laravel through through Laravel's delimiter here. So that's how you guys gonna do. And I've done a typo here. That's a label. So here we're gonna, that's our null, that's our form text null, and here we're gonna put a, say for example, class. We'll put a class, and it's gonna be form control like that, and we put an input LG, input large, and you can put a placeholder. How you gonna put a placeholder? So I'm gonna bring this one down. This guy is here, so you guys can see properly. So I'm gonna bring, as I said, placeholder. You can put a placeholder. So what you're gonna put a placeholder, enter your username, username. All right, so here we're gonna refresh. You're looking here that we don't have at the moment use Bootstrap, but once you guys gonna put your Bootstrap, you're gonna see this one is nice and beautiful. So here you guys need to put your say for example, if you integrate this one to your for example the first one, you guys gonna see the username, you guys gonna see your Bootstrap here. So we have put our container, and what we're gonna do here, instead of users form, we're gonna delete here this guys here. So because from now on we're gonna use this is gonna be our only form here. So I'm gonna, now you're gonna see that's our form. This is gonna be our form. So we can put our label. Say for example we can put a h1. Our we can put a users form. Say we put a h2, and we put a h2, and we can put a users form. Alright, so now we check, and it's gonna be the user. Once we integrate the Bootstrap, then I'm gonna show you guys how this is gonna work perfectly fine. So that's how you guys gonna put your Bootstrap at the moment, because we need to learn the delimiters, and we need to learn how we're gonna put our form. We can put the say password, or we can put our email, we can put say username, and you guys can copy paste this one. For example, this guy is here, form group. You can put another form group here, and you can come here and say now you can put your form group here. Say now we can put our password here. Say we put a password, and we can put our password, and here we can put our password, and the password is gonna be the password here. So the password, we have email password, and is enter your password. So here we're going to check, and you're going to see here that's enter our password. You can put a, for example, break here, and now you're going to see like this. So I'm going to take this off. Okay, so I'm going to put one more large, so for the text area, so you guys know how the text area work. Now instead of username, we can put a, for example, description, and we can put a description here, and here we can put a control label, because that's our control label, and here we can put a description, and here we can put a input large, and we can put a, here you guys need to put a text area. So that's a label, that's a text area. So once you put a text area, it's a text, enter your you can put a description here, or describe. You can put a describe to tell the user to describe in a few words. You can put it like that. So your description is there, and we're going to put a submit, and we're going to come and we here, so we're going to put a submit here. So we're going to paste here, but you don't need a, for submit you don't need a form label, because submit by itself is just a form, and you can put submit here, submit, and here we can put a submit. So here submit, and submit we don't put a null, because submit is just submit in a Laravel. You're not going to put a null or anything in here. You can put a button here, so btn for example info, and btn lg, and here we don't need this placeholder. You can put a style, whatever you want to put, and that's how your our form is done. So that's how our form is going to be done. So our form is getting submitted. But now if you notice, we didn't put anything. We didn't put here, we didn't put anything here. We didn't put a CSRF or anything. Laravel organized everything for us. So this is a very, very secure. But if anyone's checking here, they're going to think this is the Bootstrap. So if you're looking here, they're all Bootstrap. It has a div class, password, it has a password, and input name is password, form group, everyone's gonna think it's a HTML, but it's not a HTML. That's a Laravel way of doing the forms. So if you guys want to add the Bootstrap to see your form, how your form works in HTML, you guys can put a CDN, but we're gonna talk about Bootstrap in future videos, how we're gonna integrate the Bootstrap to our Laravel. But because it's for now, you guys need to learn the core of the Laravel, how the form and validation works. So if you guys want how your form works, you guys can bring the for example Bootstrap CDN. So to bring the Bootstrap CDN, all you guys need to go here to DuckDuckGo or Google, and just put a Bootstrap. So what's gonna happen, that even once you guys go on a Bootstrap page, then you guys can bring your CDN. You can put your CDN there, and you can see how your form looks inside the Bootstrap. So his website is Get Bootstrap. Once you guys go in a Get Bootstrap, you guys can go and create you can bring the CDN. So CDN is contact delivery, like this. You guys can put the link, copy this one. You guys can copy JavaScript, whatever. But if you guys looking for Bootstrap, you can bring your Bootstrap. So once you guys copy it here, you can bring here and put it inside the head of your Laravel. Once you guys gonna put it here and paste it, looking here that now your Laravel page is going to be connected to the CDN. And if you're going to go here and paste, and you're going to see this, that's how cool it looks. But there is a problem with our password, so I'm going to go a little bit up, and I'm going to open this because our form looks great. And if you want to check, you can check. So we can check for everything, but our passwords has a problem. We're gonna fix up the password. We're gonna see what's the problem. If you look in here, username, password, and here we have a container, our body, and we're gonna go down, user form, user store, and we're gonna come here. That's your username, and we're gonna go here. That's our password, and if you look in here, we put a null, and you guys need to remove the null. So here, because we're gonna fix this one on the form validation. Once we do form validation, then we can fix this. And you guys look in here, our form looks awesome. You can do a lot of other stuff. You can put username, for example, name. You can put a lot of other stuff. So our form looks great. We can put a description. If you guys are gonna put a little bit PR here, then your submit is gonna go down. So here you guys need to put a break to break it, and you guys can put another break here. So you control S to save and refresh, and you guys gonna see here submits here now. So now you have successfully put the Bootstrap. If you look in here, when you guys squeeze, your form is squeezed too. So that's how you guys do this. Okay, so once you guys here, for example, now if you close this Bootstrap and you guys control U, and you're going to see here you have we have created one very successful Laravel form that is integrated with the Bootstrap. As I said, later on we're going to see, instead of this CDN, we're going to work on how we're going to integrate our Bootstrap here once we start our project. So we are not going to use this CDN, but we are going to put our Bootstrap inside the public, and we're gonna import it here. So once we import it here, then it's gonna look exactly like this guys here. So but the reason I show you is that how it's gonna look inside the Bootstrap your form, because you guys not gonna do something if you guys don't see the result. So you guys gonna see the result, how your form is gonna look inside the Bootstrap. As I said, this is a complete Bootstrap integrated with Laravel. You guys look at here. That's how we do the forms in Laravel. So that's how cool it looks. It's all now all of them's Bootstrap. Anyone looking at inside your form is gonna think it's HTML and Bootstrap. Well, actually it's a Laravel. Behind the scene, under the hood, this is called abstraction in programming. It means you're hiding the actual nature of your programming. So anyone's looking here, they're gonna think it's Bootstrap, and inside here it's gonna look at Bootstrap. While it's not Bootstrap, it's just a PHP Laravel blade templating engine. So that's how we do the forms in Laravel, and that's how we do the Bootstrap. You can integrate the Bootstrap with Laravel. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe my channel Cryowood. If you guys have any question or comment, leave in the comment box. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.